Hi, this is Paul Gates from River Life Mission, and the last couple days have been pretty wild. Many of you know that all the islands of Hawaii have been really hit with just a lot of rain and a lot of flooding. And obviously, we really wanted to respond. When we saw the video of Haleiwa town on the North Shore on Tuesday evening, we were just compelled that we had to respond. And Haleiwa town was in some areas under almost 7 feet of water and crazy destruction. And I just wanted to kind of give you an update. You're going to see some photos here from some of the amazing things that happened, miracles that happened. But I want to say thank you to some people. I want to tell you a little bit about what happened, and then I want to share one story with you that just is a full circle story. I want to say thank you to the staff of River Life. They really worked so hard to pull this off. You know, we still did our regular food program here in Honolulu, feeding almost 700 people a hot handmade meal. And on top of that, they spent hours and hours coming in at 5:30 and 6 a.m. To pack up full peanut butter and jelly sack lunches with peanut butter jelly sandwich, cookies, snack, water, everything. It was just amazing what the team did. So I want to say thank you to the entire team. I also want to say thank you to Representative Matsumoto and Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for connecting all the dots. And they came out and just helped even pack the lunches, and then actually went and helped hand out meals and just help on the North Shore. So huge thank you to them. And just thank you. You know, even I was just sitting here, actually I'm back in the office today, signing letters to all our donors, and just I want to say thank you to all our donors that give on a monthly and regular basis just to help us do what we do. So I want to say thank you to you as well. Some of the things that happened, it was just incredible. You know, it's funny, when I was driving into Haleiwa on Wednesday morning after they had the flooding on late Tuesday afternoon, you know, the waters had really subsided, and I'm looking around and tourists are walking around and people are eating shaved ice, and I've got this truck crammed full of peanut butter and jelly sack lunches, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with all these? I don't really see a need. And all of a sudden, somebody connected us with a nonprofit out there, and they said, hey, there's some homeless camps. Would you be willing to go to these homeless camps and give out food? And I'm like, yes, let's go. And these homeless camps are in areas I've driven past hundreds of times and didn't even know were there. And we were going down. You have to understand, when we walked down, their things were wiped down rivers, and they're trying to hold on to tarps that basically give them protection from the rain. They're getting washed down the river. One guy's ID, he watched it basically get washed down the river out into the ocean. If you know, if you're on the streets, your ID is critical for you getting any kind of help. And so when we walked down there, they were looking at us like, wait, you guys have ready to eat meals? And we're like, yes. And it was awesome. This one guy, we gave him a whole box. We're like, can you get a whole box of food? And he's like, yes. We gave him the whole box of food, and he immediately set it down and pulled out one of the sack lunches and started eating. He goes, I haven't had a meal for a day. Thank you so much. That was awesome. We were able to, one homeless community, we said, how can we help you? As they were talking about how they were rescuing their pets out of the river. And they said, you know, one thing that would help us is if we had carriers. Next time this happens, you know, we could get our pets out of here quicker. And we just said, we're going to respond. And so we went and got a bunch of pet carriers. And you're going to see photos of us giving this homeless community pet carriers, because we said, if it's important to you, it's important to God, and we want to help you with that. That was just super cool. And so I just feel like God just incredibly blessed our efforts. You know, we had no idea. On Thursday, the second day we went out there, we were expecting to have 3 people show up to help and serve. We had like 40 people show up, all these cars, logistics. I didn't really know what I was doing. And all of a sudden we're coordinating and also trying to do our part to help. And by the end of the day, everybody was just so thankful, because we got to do so much all over the place. We had almost like teams going out and helping and giving out a ready-made, packed with love lunch they could eat right there on the spot. And it was just awesome. But I want to tell you about this one story that just really impacted me, and I think it's one of those full circle stories that just kind of says it all. We were pulling up on Wednesday, the first day. We were driving in this community, and this one guy, I rolled down the window, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" At first, he was kind of almost like, "What are you guys doing here?" And I said, "We got peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the back, and we want to give them out to people that are hungry." And all of a sudden, he goes, "I'm going to help you." And so here we are driving along, and I got the window down, and he's walking, and we're just talking, and I could just see this joy in his heart that he was going to help us. Well, the funny thing is, we parked the car, and I get out, and his name's Brandon. And I get out of the car, and I turn around, and Brandon's over there boxing a bush. I mean, we're in the middle of the jungle. We're going to go help this homeless community, and Brandon's fighting a bush. He's doing kung fu, and I just started laughing because I kind of caught him. And I actually started laughing. I go, "That's actually funny, Brandon. Like, I just caught you fighting the bush." And he's like, "You got me," and he's laughing, and we were kind of high-fiving, and I'm like, how classic is that? And we joked about that through the day. But then Brandon helps us go down this community that nobody would ever know about. Who knows? We still don't know this day how many people live down there. I don't know, maybe 30, 40 families down there represented. We were able to help them get food. We were able to help them get kennels the next day. But Brandon on Wednesday helped us. Well, on Thursday, we were going back to another homeless community that we'd given lunches to, and we were supposed to meet a guy that we said we'd get some clothes for. He's a gardener, and he needed some clothes, and we got him some clothes and socks and shirts and tons of stuff. And so we're looking for this guy, Chris, and we can't find him. And all of a sudden we hear this, "Hey, Paul. Hey, David." And we look over, and we're like, "Brandon." So this is the next day. And Brandon's in a different homeless community, but he's like, "What, are you guys giving out food again?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he's like, can I help you? And we're like, "Of course." And so we start talking to Brandon again. Well, we end up in this long conversation with Brandon. And here's where the story gets awesome. We end up seeing Brandon again, meeting his girlfriend. They live in a van. And we start talking to him, and we say, "Hey, would you guys be willing if we could contact you and start working with you to maybe help you get in a home someday? Maybe even someday see you guys get married. I could perform the wedding." We were laughing about that, and they're like, "Absolutely." Well, here's what's crazy. On Tuesday, I sat in this office. Before any of the flooding started, I sat in this office, and we have some homes at River Life Mission that we use for transition programs, and we were praying for some new people that we could come alongside to see in these transition homes and our transition program. And we started praying Tuesday for some new people to be in these homes that we could help. And we actually prayed a bold prayer. We said, "God, would you allow us to find these people actually in the next couple days?" We prayed that. This is before the flooding happened on late Tuesday afternoon, before we decided to respond and go take meals out to the North Shore. And then we meet this guy, Brandon. And all of a sudden, after Wednesday serving out there, and then Thursday serving out there, end of the day, we end up meeting Brandon again, meeting his girlfriend, and sensing a need to help them and help them recover and help them to transition into a home, may even get married someday. This is all in process and still going. As we were about to leave, they said, "You know what? We lead Bible studies in our van." David and I were like, "What?" We're driving away thinking, here's a crazy miracle. We're going to help Brandon. I think we're going to see him get married. How cool is that? I think we're going to help them get back on their feet. I think they're going to lead Bible studies and tell other people about Jesus and a God that performs miracles. I hope it's just one story about what God did the last couple days, and now I'd love to just share some photos with you and a couple videos, not super long, but I just hope you're encouraged by all that God is doing. and most importantly, the miracles that happen when you step out in faith. I'm so proud of our team, how we stepped out in faith and in a bold decision to go above and beyond and to care for people in need, and God showed up, and we're just super thankful. Thank you to you as well.